Exodus 1 begins with the Israelites, a group of people who once thrived in Egypt, welcomed and respected for their contributions. But long after the generation of Joseph, as their numbers grew, a new Pharaoh, unfamiliar with their past, saw them as a threat. What follows is a brutal story of oppression, one that reveals timeless lessons about power, fear, and the dehumanization of others. Pharaoh's fear was simple. The Israelites, now numerous and strong, could one day rise up against Egypt. So he decided to enslave them, forcing them into brutal labor. This marked the beginning of generations of hardship for the Israelites, as they were stripped of their freedom and forced to work for Egypt's benefit. The consequences of this oppression were profound. The Israelites went from a prosperous group to a subjugated labor force, robbed of their dignity and autonomy. Pharaoh's exploitation ensured Egypt's wealth, but at what cost? It stifled potential, crushed the spirit of an entire people, and perpetuated a system of inequality. Pharaoh's actions are a stark reminder of the dangers of unchecked power. History is full of examples where rulers, in their desire to maintain control, dehumanize and exploit others. From the enslavement of African peoples in the transatlantic slave trade to the forced labor systems of Nazi Germany during the Holocaust. But within this story of oppression, we also see the power of resistance. This time, against Pharaoh's decree of Hebrew male infanticide. The Pharaoh's decree to kill all newborn Hebrew males was a direct attack on the future of the Israelite people. This act of genocide aimed to eliminate any potential threat to Egyptian authority and to ensure the continued subjugation of the Israelites. The implications of this policy were far-reaching, as it sought to erase the Israelites' cultural identity and undermine their sense of community. The Hebrew midwives, Shiphrah and Puah, defied Pharaoh's decree. Despite the risks, they saved countless infant lives, knowing that the act of protecting life was more important than following an unjust law. These women were not just saviors of lives, they were symbols of courage and resistance. In a society where women were often relegated to secondary roles, Shiphrah and Puah demonstrated that women, too, could be powerful agents of change. Their actions speak to the timeless importance of women in shaping the course of history. Think of Harriet Tubman, who led enslaved people to freedom on the Underground Railroad, or Rosa Parks, whose simple act of defiance sparked the civil rights movement. The courage of these women echoes the bravery of Shiphrah and Puah, reminding us that even in the face of overwhelming power, resistance, especially led by women, can change the world. The lessons of Exodus 1 are not confined to the past. They are alive today. When we look at the struggles for equality, justice, and human dignity, we see echoes of the ancient Israelites' journey. We see the impact of systems that exploit and dehumanize, and the ongoing fight to dismantle them. Exodus 1 is more than a story from the Bible. It's a story that transcends time. It teaches us about the dangers of unchecked power, the importance of standing up against injustice, and the essential role of women in shaping societies. It challenges us to reflect on our own world and ask, who are the oppressed today, and how can we help bring about their liberation?